In the countryside of Cambodia, there are fields filled with bones. White fragments rise from the dirt after every rain, skulls with bullet holes. Children's clothes tangled in the earth. They call them the killing fields. Between 1975 and 1979, nearly 2 million people were murdered by their own government. Not in war, but in silence, and in the name of purity. This is the story of the Khmer Rouge, and the genocide Cambodia was never meant to survive. His real name was Saloth Sar, but history remembers him as Pol Pot. He was educated in Paris. He returned to Cambodia with a dream of turning the country into a communist utopia, one without classes, cities, money, or individuality. In 1975, his radical group, the Khmer Rouge, seized power. Their slogan was simple: to keep you is no benefit, to destroy you is no loss. What followed was a revolution of blood. The Khmer Rouge declared it year zero. Everything, the culture, religion, language, families, had to be erased. They evacuated entire cities. Phnom Penh, a capital of 2 million, was emptied in just 3 days. Children, elderly, the sick, all forced to march into the countryside. Many died along the road. Doctors, teachers, artists, executed immediately. Wearing glasses was considered a sign of intelligence, and a reason to be killed. Pol Pot's regime built a network of detention centers and execution fields. The most infamous S-21, also known as Tuol Sleng Prison. Over 18,000 people were tortured there. Only 12 are known to have survived. Confessions were extracted under agony. Then the victims were sent to the fields, blindfolded, tied, beaten to death with tools to save bullets. Entire families, executed together. Babies were killed by swinging them into trees. There are over 300 mass graves across Cambodia, skulls stacked in towers, clothing still embedded in the soil. Bones rise from the earth like the dead refusing to be forgotten. The regime targeted anyone who could think, remember, or question. Even children were trained to inform on their parents. By 1979, an estimated 1.7 to 2 million Cambodians, a quarter of the population, were dead. In 1979, Vietnam invaded Cambodia and overthrew the Khmer Rouge. Pol Pot fled into the jungle. The world had known, and said nothing. The Khmer Rouge even kept Cambodia's UN seat for years. Pol Pot lived free until 1998. He died under house arrest, never facing trial. Justice came slowly. Some Khmer Rouge leaders were convicted, but only decades later. For many Cambodians, it was just too late. Today, Cambodia still heals in silence. Many survivors never spoke of what they saw. Some live next to their former torturers. Generations have grown up in the shadow of unspoken trauma. Visitors walk through Tuol Sleng. They stand in the killing fields, listening to the wind through the bones, and the question remains, how could this happen? How did the world let it? The Khmer Rouge didn't just kill people, they tried to erase an entire way of life, and in some places, they almost succeeded. But history speaks, in the voices of survivors, the silence of graves, and the stories we refuse to forget. Never again starts with never forgetting.